it's my multiverse form, alright? Don't, talk about it. It's my multiverse form, alright? Alright, anyways, hello everybody. Welcome to the final ZackFilmz stream of 2025. And today we're just gonna be, talking about the ZackFilmz Multiverse. As you can see with this wiki article right here. Interesting. Okay, hold up. I'm gonna turn down the music. Or just pause it, yeah. But, yeah, this wiki took me around, like, a few months to make, and I have kept refining it over and over again. Yeah, the wiki's pretty much ready now. And it has all the accurate information. Don't really use the Google AI summary unless absolutely needed, or if, like, you don't have time, because it is not accurate most of the time. But, yeah. So, yeah, welcome, and we're just gonna talk about the ZackFilmz Multiverse. Let's go. Alright, so, first up, I got the main article on the wiki. Oh yeah, and guys, you guys can also check out this wiki in the description of this stream. Yeah. But anyways, let's get on with it. I'm not gonna read all the articles because that would take up too much time, and it's literally about to be New Year's Day, so what do you mean sponsor? This isn't a sponsor. This isn't a sponsor, Ryan. Okay then. There's multiple articles that we're gonna read. It's gonna contain all the lore of the ZackFilmz Multiverse. So, we'll get into it now. So, first up, we've got the main article, which is, about the ZackFilmz Multiverse itself. This custom poster that was made when I first made the Multiverse in 2020. This is me in my multiverse form. Like I said, I'm not gonna use my camera right now. But yeah. So, and you got all the lore here. You've got the list of universes that can be seen here. This has been constantly updated. We've got. I'm gonna add images to all these, but. Yeah, so we've got since the multiverse is ending today, all of these are offline, even though what it says otherwise. The most accurate page on this of the home universe part is Fantastic Objects. Zack's Adventures is kind of outdated. I'm gonna make a wiki for that. Well, I have a wiki for that, but it's not really that public yet. So I'm going to put that in a live chat at some point. Okay, let's see here. We've got Aaron's World, Zack Animation, Eden Films, RMC Pictures. Ryan, this is your universe. And yeah, these are just universe stuff. I want to get to like the actual like story of the multiverse, because that's what I'm focusing on in this stream. So we're going to the master timeline. This'll talk about everything, all the lore of the ZackFilmz Multiverse. Well, not all the lore, just the story. But yeah. Oh, we have. Oh my gosh, we have less than an hour left. Oh my gosh. What? I can't believe we actually have like less than an hour left until the multiverse ends. So we gotta do this quickly because I'm gonna do like a countdown sort of thing, but whatever. Oh, and speaking of the second multiverse, this is what the second multiverse is. It is the second version of the first multiverse. This is exactly what it is. Announced to the entire ZackFilmz multiverse December 29th. The full transition is the multiversal transfer, which is on February 23rd, 2026 at 4:03 p.m. That is a specific reference. That is a reference to when I created my YouTube channel and when I created the ZackFilmz multiverse, which is on April 3rd, 2020. And yeah, it is active and it is awaiting its start. And all universes are finished and built. And now it's just waiting for this to start. But yeah. I also wanted to talk about the sphere too, because the sphere, it isn't really mentioned in the lore, but it is a crucial. Well, not in the lore. It is not really mentioned on screen that much. That's what I'm gonna say. But it isn't really mentioned on screen that much, but it is really important to the lore. So we're gonna talk about it. Despite being over 200 years old, yes, it is 200 years old, and it does have like the mind of a young child, like a 5 or 6 year old, or maybe 7-year-old. And don't you dare do that reference thing, because I don't like it. Anyways, you may wonder what the purpose of this purple electric ball thing is. Well, this thing is meant to contain and preserve the ZackFilmz multiverse, so it doesn't collapse. And the reason it is not mentioned that much in like series like Zack's Adventures or any of my shows for that matter, or any show in the ZackFilmz multiverse, is because the sphere, nobody else besides me, the universe owners, and the Supernatural Management Agency may know what the sphere is. Anybody else, like characters, they cannot know, because if they do know, I'll just say some bad things will happen, like tampering with it. So we don't want that to happen, right? I'm gonna try to get through this quickly because I need to get to the countdown. Or the countdown doesn't begin until like 11:40 or 11:40 because it's 20 minutes. So whatever. Anyways, let's see here. What else? Ooh, transmissions. Yeah, so there are some transmissions from Flow now. There are around 700 transmissions that Flow now has received, and 2 of them are publicly available. The transmissions 3 to 700 are locked for privacy reasons, and it contains sensitive information, so not going to share that. But so let's go through the transmissions one by one, or each one, but still. So this was on July 19th, 2020. This is when the Sphere first took note of the Flow Now cameras. Earlier the day, before I went to school, I had told the Sphere about the Flow Now cameras, and it somehow managed to, well, because it does forget things, but despite being like 200 years old and it has like supernatural abilities, it does surprisingly forget a lot of stuff, like me. But this time around, since it was new to the multiverse, its memory was still okay. The memory was kind of affected because Memory was kind of affected because of all the stuff happening in the multiverse, which I'll get into later. But overall, it has an okay memory. This why am I going on about memories? I need to get back to doing the lore. Anyways, so ZackFilmz told camera is visible through power detect camera. It's trying to sense the flow now watching it because the flow now cameras emit like from what I know, flow now cameras emit like small electromagnetic radio waves, and those waves can be detected by the sphere. So the sphere detected the camera 2857, which is right here. Message possibly clearer. Yeah. So we got here. So it tried to detect the camera, and then the camera is detected, and then yeah. And then it talked to Flow now. And now we're actually gonna get into like the actual timeline. So even though there's nobody watching right now, which is fine, but if anybody else wants to join, they can. Well, probably makes sense because it literally is New Year's Eve, so probably nobody's watching this right now. But if you are watching this, then we're gonna get into the timeline. So let's go. So the sphere was created in an unnamed California exploration cave on January 1st, 1897 at 7 a.m. So that means hold up. If the sphere was born on July 1st, 1897. Hold up, let me Google this really quickly. Hold up. 1890. Wait, would it be 2025? Wait, 2026 minus 1897. 120. That does not make sense. Whoever put the. Okay, so it's gonna be. If something. It's because 2025 minus 897, which is shown here. 2025 minus 1897 is 120.29. But wait, no, I did not mean to do that. Hold up. Wait, what? What did I do? Okay, whatever. Let's move on. Anyways, the polka dot void was created by FlowNow on January 1st, 1958 at 12 a.m. PST. Wait a minute. When is PST? Wait, hold up. When is 12 a.m. EST in PST? 9 p.m. PST. Okay, so at 12 a.m. 12 a.m. PST. Wait. What is 12 a.m. PST in EST? That's what I meant to search. It's 3 a.m. Why was... Oh my gosh. Okay, that's interesting. The polka dot void is created at 3 a.m. and that is a significant number. But otherwise... Let's not worry about that right now because we need to get through this quickly, or else I am going to not be able to make it through the lore in time. So let's go. Alright, Chapter 1, The Creation Era. This chapter takes place from the moment the ZackFilmz multiverse starts to December 31st, 2020 at 11:59 p.m. This chapter is about the formation of the multiverse, why did I say the few? I was meant to be the first characters, but whatever. The first characters and the first world, Looney Blocks. And speaking of Looney Blocks, I gotta hurry. Okay, you know what? You guys can read all of this yourself. I'm only gonna do like a little more of this. I'm only gonna read like crucial parts of this, and you guys can read the rest yourself. If you're like a future theorizer for this whole thing, then you can read all this yourself and theorize it, or if you're just interested in all the lore, just read the entire thing. But I'm only gonna read the crucial parts. So, April 3rd, 2020, at 6 p.m. EST, the ZackFilmz multiverse is created, and the Big Bang of the ZackFilmz multiverse happens. This is the official render of what the Big Bang looked like. There is an official, there's an official visual on my channel of what the Big Bang looked like, and it was not like the real world scientific model. It is an actual like supernova detonation that that flung out like cosmic debris and stuff, like rocks or asteroids, I guess, stars, and all that good stuff. Oh, hey, Radical Boy, I remember you. What else is there? Yeah, I will talk about the Supernatural Management Agency too. So, the Supernatural Management Agency, they are the ones, their mission is to keep the multiverse stable, because if the SMA did not exist, the multiverse would basically, like, I guess I could say collapse in on itself, and boy, that means the multiverse would not survive, like, a week. So, be grateful that the SMA is here, because without them, multiverse would basically be in turmoil. But, yeah. So, oh yeah, ZackFilmz is me, by the way. This is why it's called ZackFilmz Entertainment. Because ZackFilmz is me. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to explain this. What else? There is the ranks. We got executive officers, which are the highest ranking. They have 73% of control over the multiverse. They are the top level managers. They ensure multiversal structural integrity. They helped plan my creator reveal, which will be added to the wiki sometime in January. We've got sovereigns. I think that's how it's pronounced. I came up with a name, but I never quite figured out how to pronounce it. So I think I'm just gonna pronounce it as sovereigns, I think. But yeah. So they manage and stabilize the sphere's energy. They control the weather and channel and balance my energy when it spreads through the multiverse. Then we got Transcendents, the overseers of universes, and they make sure the multiverse is in order. So they defend against threats such as webnet television during media wars, operate video and media centers during the airing of, I don't know why it's multiverse wide. I need to change this to of any episodes in the multiverse, and serve as security and backup during my reveal. Operators at Facility Eternal. They assist characters arriving or leaving the facility. They guide them post-death before returning them to the world. And operators are usually assigned by universe, with 3 managing each world in the home universe and 1 assigned to all others. The current known operators are Kira Lawson, Riley Carter, Adrian Vance, which is the overseer of the non-home universes, and D. Reynolds. I didn't really come up with the first name. He's basically just, or I guess it could be Doctor, but so yeah, that means he wouldn't have a first name, but whatever. We got pacifications, peacekeepers, and meditators. Sorry, I'm speaking too fast. They ensure the diplomacy and cooperation. This is almost why there are not much wars or battles or stuff in the multiverse, because of these guys. Yeah, you see, play a quiet but vital, I think that's how you pronounce it, vital role in preventing multiversal wars. Then we got the Orders, which is the lowest rank. The SMA's field agents. They are supposed to walk among characters disguised as ordinary citizens. They monitor society, report disturbances or unsafe activity, and protect the public and deliver updates to higher ranks. And fun fact, well, trivia, I guess. The SMA, they will not interfere with glitches, character deaths, or story-altering moments unless, and this is crucial, not parts of the official narrative. So if something crazy happens that is not part of a story in a universe, that's when the SMA will interfere. That's when the SMA will intervene. They do not intervene if something like that is parts of the narrative. Even if it's like reality breaking, they won't interfere. If it's not part of the narrative, that's when they interfere. Now we're gonna go back to the timeline because that's what my main point was. So the first universe in the multiverse was the home universe. And that was the last universe to be destroyed. It was the first universe in the multiverse to come into existence. And this is the moment when Chapter 1 begins. Looney Blocks was created on April 7th, 2020 at 5:06 p.m. And then the first Zack, related to me, conceived. And then Facility Eternal was created. And then the SMA was created. And then the first 70 staff members are created. The Times. I couldn't come up with a better name for this chapter, so I just named it The Times. But, yeah. So, this chapter, the SMA was testing out how reality works. And they sent spacecraft around the multiverse to take pictures and analyze, experiment using science, and do other things. On December 23rd, 2021, the ZackFilmz Multiversal Management Agency, which was the former name for the Supernatural Management Agency, decided to create energy. And yes, that is possible in the multiverse. There are different physics. And test how the sphere will react. They specifically went with the energy used to create worlds, but they modified it to see if the sphere recognized it. And since the sphere is smarter than any individual in the multiverse, it immediately knew and recognized the energy once it was sent into space. So the sphere responded accordingly and created a new world, the Zack's Adventures world. This also technically means that the Zack's Adventures world was never supposed to exist, but I let it stay. Yeah, so, you know my series, Zack's Adventures? If not, go check it out after this stream, I guess. Or not. I don't know. Sometime after this stream, I think. But Zack's Adventures, that whole show, it wasn't meant to exist. In real life, well, it's a personal story. I don't think I can share it. It's a personal story. I don't think I can share it here. So I'm not gonna do that. But, yeah. And Rapid Evolution, Chapter 3. This is when the second peak of evolution in the multiverse, first being Chapter 6. I know it doesn't really make sense at first, but once we get through the timeline, it'll make more sense. So, more universes and worlds began and grew over time period, and 48% of the population in the multiverse in current day 2025 was born. Meanwhile, in the background, Thomas J. Williams, which will be a crucial figure later, and also known as the boss. Oh, hi, Eden. And so he started to think that the multiverse was getting boring, so he tried different activities to cheer him up, but nothing really seemed to interest him. So he started WebNet and decided to make the multiverse better, as he called it. But which he really wanted was to take over the multiverse for his own and disconnect me and the universe owners from it, which is not allowed. But yeah. And so we got a group of people, started WebNet with the goal of improving the multiverse. And Thomas was only getting started as he had 600 other people with him. And you can see all these universes were created. Okay, Eden, can you please explain why I keep doing the spaghetti on top of spaghetti thing? I don't understand it. Anyways, so the Brain Butter universe on the September 10th, 2023, it is relocated to the ZackFilmz multiverse and joins it. This also means that the Brain Butter universe was not created in the ZackFilmz multiverse; it became a part of it. That's something important to know. And now we're gonna get into the big stuff: Media Wars, Chapter 4. This was a war that was literally a whole year. And it's been more than a year since the war ended, because the war took place from June. Wait, what? Chapter time. Oh, wait, hold up. Wait, hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I read that wrong. I read it as, that the war was from June 2023 to December 2024. It's an AI-generated song from two YouTubers that I like, who experiment with AI things like images in the left. Often they made the spaghetti on top of spaghetti song, so yeah. Okay, well that's interesting. Okay. Anyways, yeah, so the boss is in here. Most of the stuff I'm not going to get into right now, because it's kind of spoilers for Zack's Adventures. Because the rest of Season 2 of Zack's Adventures is going to cover, like, Season 2A. From Webnet's expansion onwards, from this part onwards, Zack's Adventures, the rest of Season 2 will cover that. So I'm not going to go beyond that. But anyway, so, why do you keep spamming spaghetti on top of spaghetti? Anyways, so Thomas began to come up with a way to change the multiverse, starting on June 6, 2023, with the help of computer experts. He created hacking software capable of activating command programs to reprogram characters, worlds, and systems. This software would later be deployed in his first attack against the multiverse. In early September 2023, the Webnet launched its first major operation. Using a custom-made fake sponsorship email, the boss's team infiltrated universe owner accounts, unknowingly gaining access to them. While most accepted the deal, one universe owner, Ryan Carlton, aka RMC Pictures, noticed glitches in his universe and acted, alerting the cast of Zack's Adventures trapped in a Webnet pocket dimension. With coordinated effort, the heroes were able to access a USB labeled kill switch. Zack, Landy, and Lewis used it to send a code through Webnet servers, disabling 70% of the network, restoring switched universes, and effectively ending the first season of Media Wars on December 1st, 2023. So yay, they're the heroes! Woohoo! Anyways, Season 2A! Expansion and escalation. After the failure of Thomas's plan, the boss escalated his operations. He instructed Webnet's legal and defense teams to form a covert military designed to infiltrate multiversal governments. Simultaneously, he pursued a backup plan, mimicking universe owners and manipulating their creations. Webnet managed to create a singularity using research creation on the multiverse, and using research on the creation of the multiverse, and launched it into the polka dot void, resulting in the creation of Channel 253. To manage it physically, the boss created Ivan, a half-human, half-AI being programmed with Webnet's objectives. Ivan's first activation marked the next phase of Media War, setting the stage for conflict. And on the second birthday of the Zack's Adventures world, aka... Okay, can I ask, why in the world did you just put Roger Kefley and then a bunch of tongue out emojis? Like, what in the world is going on here? Anyways, On his second birthday of the Zack's Adventures World, December 23rd, 2023, the boss escalated his campaign by publicly revealing webnet to the multiverse. During celebrations, Zack, Lainey, Lewis, Emily, and Leo experienced subtle disturbances indicating the growing influence of webnet. A major event occurred when the boss broadcast a statement across Channel 2020 announcing the creation of Channel 253, a television channel designed to manipulate and control characters and universes. He introduced Ivan, his custom-made half-human, half-AI creature, to serve as webnet's enforcer and channel manager. The broadcast highlighted webnet's intent to capture resident. Okay, you know what? And Media War. The multiverse of spin-off. You know what? I'm not gonna read all this, but we're done here. So I skipped ahead to chapter 5 because a lot of the stuff, you can read it yourself if you won't want to wait for the episodes to come out, but there are spoilers. Oh hey, Eden, there's your universe. It was formed on December 2023. Eden Films universe is formed. So, yeah. So, chapter 5. He's lost it. You may think it's like the channel was created on a different date, but the, your universe is canonically created on that date. So, yeah. Anyways, chapter 5, he lost it. Okay, you can stop spamming Roger rules, okay? Okay, anyways, chapter 5, he's lost it. Chapter 5 is about how I was confused about all the chaos happening in the multiverse, Media Wars, and I got really angry. So basically, I just decided to go, I just decided to basically, destroy the entire multiverse. Because I was angry and tried to get all the chaos to stop. But I, pulled myself back and decided not to do that. And I did not destroy it because I wanted to keep seeing the multiverse develop. So, yeah. Chapter 6, New Beginnings. Chapter 6 is from October 1st to December 12th, 2024. In this chapter, with the aftermath of Chapter 5, every character realized what they've caused and went into a time of peace, rebuilding the multiverse one by one. School and jobs were optional during this chapter. And on December 17th, 2024, the Brainbury universe was found to have glitches still riding around from Media Wars that were severely impacting the entire universe. So I made a decision to send the Brainbury universe out of the ZackFilmz multiverse into a different multiverse in the Polka Dot Void to preserve the safety of the ZackFilmz multiverse. I know that sounded really confusing, but trust me. Anyways, on December 24th, 2024, Media Wars was declared over. Chapter 7, the currently ongoing chapter, which is from January 20th, 2025 to December 31st, 2025. The total and complete destruction of the multiverse over several months. Due to the past 2 to 3 years of the multiverse and still seeing evil, glitches, and chaos left behind from Media Wars, I decided this reality cannot go on like this. A new one is required. And so over the course of the entire year, the multiverse gets destroyed not for punishment, but to cleanse it and renew it all. And then throughout the entire year, the multiverse is destroyed one by one, and now we've gotten to the end of the first multiverse, which is less than 30 minutes. Oh my gosh! Wait, what? It's literally less than 30 minutes. It's 11:59. It's 11:31 p.m. right now, and it's 11:31 p.m. right now, and and the multiverse ends on 11:59 p.m. The last second of the year. Like, wait, oh my gosh! Like, I can't believe this is actually happening. Like, the multiverse is ending. I'm not like, hold on. Okay. Alright, so let's get into some more lore now that we're done with the timeline. Sorry if I skipped over it a little, but for the sake of time, honestly. Next piece of lore we're going to talk about is the Polka Dot Void. So this was inspired by Durpadon from It's Time for the. So credit to him, but Durpadon is in the lore too because Channel 57 and Channel 57 is in the Durpadon multiverse. So whatever. So anyways, so the Polka Dot Void is the dimension that houses all universes and multiverses broadcast by Flow Now Television. And it serves as the metaphysical, I have no idea what that means, foundation. It just sounds like a cool word, so I typed it in, but I don't actually know what metaphysical means. Okay, so visually, the Polka Dot Void is a limitless white space filled with colorful floating polka dots. Each dot is a universe functioning as a channel accessible through Flow Now's broadcast systems. The dots themselves are not portals, but rather the literal spatial embodiment of those worlds. When viewed from Flow Now HQ or during Void OS diagnostics, the dots may change appearance, go dark, offline, or even vanish temporarily during updates or failures. Despite their visual simplicity, these polka dots contain a whole universe. The Polka Dot Void was created in 1958 through the work of Lily Anderson, the founder of Flow Now Television. After years of experimental research combining nuclear fusion, Big Bang energy, and television signal frequencies, Lily successfully caused a reality-altering explosion on January 1st, 1958 that gave birth to the Void. The explosion not only formed the Void itself, but also established the first 20 channels, which serves as the foundation for Flow Now's empire. I wouldn't call it empire, but whatever. As of 2023, new channels are forming so rapidly that Flow Now is expected to surpass 500 million channels by 2026. And we got less than 30 minutes till 2026, so we'll see. Because it was at like 498 million the last time I checked the Flow Now channel board. Void OS is the operating system that maintains the Polka Dot Void. Its sections and broadcasts. It is updated annually and tested every 2 months. If Void OS fails or shuts down, entire sections and universes could collapse or freeze, and events that would be catastrophic for both a broadcasting and in-universe perspective. The updates... Okay, you know what? For the sake of time, let's just get to Flow Now itself. Flow Now was founded in 1950 and is based in California that revolutionized television through the Polka Dot Void. The headquarters is in Flow Now campus, California, United States. There isn't an address. There is an address I do have. There is a made-up address I do have in my mind. Well, not made up, but still, there is an address I have in my mind, but I'm not gonna reveal it for privacy reasons. But yeah, in the early 1950s. Flow Now, Lily proposed Project Flow to the U.S. Federal Communications Bureau, which is the FCC now, if I'm correct. But it might be something else, so I don't know. But by 1957, after years of research and development, Flow Now built the Polka Dot Void generator, a massive machine combining nuclear fusion, energy from the Big Bang, and television signals. On January 1st, 1958, at midnight, the generator was activated at the Flow Now campus during a live demonstration attended by U.S. government officials. The result was a massive shockwave of white energy that created the Polka Dot Void. The Polka Dot Void, the hierarchy, this is important. The first on the hierarchy is the world, a single show or setting, a universe which contains multiple worlds. Universes are listed as channel numbers, example, channel 57. Multiverse, which contains multiple universes. These are listed as sections. Example, which is section 4756, which is my section, aka the ZackFilmz Multiverse. District, which are groups of multiverses. The largest is the Creative District, District 37, which is where the ZackFilmz Multiverse is. The Polka Dot Void is the collective whole. The void is sustained by cosmic microwave background radiation and television frequencies ranging from 57.135 to 1,000 megahertz, which continuously feeds and expand its structure. FlowNet is FlowNet's proprietary cable system, allowing viewers in the real world to access universes within the polka dot void. You see, FlowNet is how we, as the viewers, are able to watch shows online, are able to watch any show. Ooh, let's see how much time we have. Oh my gosh, it's 11:37. Okay, so for the sake of time, I'm going to leave this here. Sorry, the stream is so short. I've been trying to get stuff out, but as a final gift, besides the stream, I'm going to upload Looney Blocks' final episode. So, hold up. Zach, here we go. I was live streaming.
Huh?
I was live streaming.
You just did it?
Yeah, I just finished it.
Okay. Why don't you come downstairs and watch the leader with us, okay?
Okay. Alright guys, so it is 11:38. We are about to be a few minutes away from the end of the ZackFilmz Multiverse, so I'm going to hand off the stream to the countdown to we're gonna hand this stream off to the countdown to let us bring us into 2026. Thank you so much for watching ZackFilmz Entertainment and the ZackFilmz Multiverse, and for an amazing 5 years on YouTube. I hope you guys enjoyed it very much. I hope to see you guys in the second Multiverse. Oh my gosh, I'm actually tearing up. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you in February 2026 for the release of the second Multiverse. This is ZackFilmz, and I'm signing off for 2025. See you next year. Bye.